Hi, I'm gonna do the week 4 math quiz. Okay, let's go. Wait, I have like the notes on my laptop. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, let's go. Wait, no, not this one. Never mind. Okay, anyway. Okay, so first question. The volume of a sphere of radius 6 is. Okay, now. We have the formula, which is. Okay, it's gonna be 4 over 3 pi r cubed. Okay, cubed. Okay, on your calculator, just put 6 here. 4 over 3 times pi times 6 cubed. You're gonna get 288 pi. Okay, that's it for the first one. Now, okay, now I did this last week, but I'm just gonna do it again because, okay. Now, this is sphere that they're talking about is the same one, but we submerged it in water. So this is the sphere, by the way. So it's this thing is gonna be 288 pi. So now we are going to add 1 liter of water. 1 liter, it's here. 1 liter is equal to 1000 centimeter cubed. Now, here, all of our units are expressed in centimeters, so we're just going to do 1000 centimeter. That's, okay, that's what you need to do for, to find the whole thing. So, on my calculator, I'm gonna do 288 pi. You have to add the pi. It's very necessary. Plus 1000, you get equals to 1905 centimeter cubed. By the way, when you're talking about centimeter cubed, you're always talking about volume. Volume means you're using a liquid. Okay, so now we want to find the total volume of the liquid, which we just did. Now, okay, by doing that, we found the total volume, including the liquid. It's like the sphere plus the liquid. Okay, so now we want to find the height. Okay, so what's the formula? Okay, sorry, I just checked my notes for a second. Okay, so the formula is pi r squared h. Now we need to find the height. We just equal it to that. We have the radius, which is, let me just change the color. No, green, blue. Okay, 7. 7 is our radius, so put that here. So it's going to be pi times 7 squared times x is equal to 1905. Now we get 12.3. Now, I want to show you what I did on my calculator so you know exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so what I did is pi times 7 squared times x, which is shift bracket on your calculator, equals 1905. I pressed shift calc equal, and then I got the x value. That's it for the first one. Not bad. Could be worse, which is definitely gonna get worse now. Oh my god. Okay, so we have a cone cut along the line OM. I'm just okay, my pen. Okay, it's open into a sector shown below. Okay, oh my god. To find the sector angle x, we need values. Okay, so we have our length, which is 10. So I'm just gonna write L equals to 10, and our radius is equal to 4. Oh, what is that? Oh my god. Radius is equal to 4. Now, we want to find the shaded area, which is the arc of our circle. Okay? So, to do that, we use the circumference rule, which is 2 pi r. Now, 2 times 4 times r. What? 2 times 4 times pi, sorry. You get 8 pi. Now, I noticed you guys asked me last week why we do this. So basically, we want to find this sector, shaded area. When we're talking about, we just need to know the circumference. We just need to find the circumference. Okay, that's it. Okay, so we have our first circumference, which I'm going to write. Small circumference is equal to 8 pi. Okay, and now we need the actual circumference, which is the big circumference. Okay, so now we know 2 pi r. Okay, someone's having me wait. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, b, which we need to find it. Okay, so now okay, so now we have OB. Now, as we know here, it is 10. Okay, so like I said last week, we treat this, let me just erase everything. Okay, now we use black. Now we treat this as a big circle, so we need to extend it. Okay, so now O is our central angle, central point, whatever it's our, okay. So now when we draw the line OB, it resembles the radius. Okay, now in part A we found this, not part A, I mean like in the first, we found that the line is equal to 10, but the radius is 4. This time the radius is 10 because we extended the circle. We looked at it to a bigger like picture. Okay, so now our new radius is going to be 10. Okay, so 2 pi times 10, which is 20 pi. Okay, let me erase. Okay, so now we do the circumference of arc, oh my god, over the circumference of big, or actually no, of full circle multiplied by 360. Okay, we're trying to find in degrees, so we're converting, because yeah, you just do that. Okay, you're converting radians to degrees. Okay, so what is our C arc? I'm gonna choose a different color. Okay, this, I like this one. Okay, so now what is our arc's circumference? We look here. So what is it? It's 2 pi r, which is 4, so it's going to be 8 pi. And what is our full arc? Full circumference. It is 20 pi, as we calculated now. So it's going to be 8 pi over 20. Oh, what is that? Over 20 pi times 360. Cancel the pi. So in your calculator, 8 over 20 times 360, you get 144. Okay, that's it for part A. Now we need to find the part B. Now this looks like, okay, that's just the one. Okay. Okay, so what can you notice instant? Now we notice that this, if you exclude the arc, you get a triangle. So we want to find the area of the sector. Okay, to find the shaded area, we do area of the sector. Okay, we do the area of the sector minus the area of OAB. Okay, so wait, shaded equals to sector minus AOB. Okay, now let's do this. Okay, so now to find the area of the sector, very easy. Just take the angle, which is what we got. By the way, this is the formula: pi theta over 360 multiplied by pi r squared. Now, when do you use this one or this one? 60 times 2 pi r. Now, you use the two different color. You use this one when they're asking about area, because look here, we have the area formula. Use this one when you have the perimeter or the circumference. Okay, that's it. Okay, so now we need to find the area of the sector. Okay, so now it's going to be 144 over 360 times pi. Now, which radius do we take? We take this one because they're talking about the shaded region, and here we know that the radius is 10, so it's going to be 20 what? Oh my god, 10 squared. Okay, so on my calculator, 144 over 360 times pi, times 10 squared, we get okay, we get 40 pi. Okay, so here I'm going to write 40 pi. Now we need, oh my, that looks like Japanese pi. Okay, so we need to find the area of this thing. Okay, I'm just gonna erase everything. So it's going to be 40 pi, oh my god, minus, now we need to find, now what do you remember? Let me just, actually here instead of x I'm going to replace by 144. Now what do you remember in like term 1? We remember that we took 1 over 2 sine angle times a times b. Okay, now, okay, so here we replace with 144. Now we have here 10 and here 10. You remember the sine rule is this multiplied by this multiplied by the sine of the angle in between. So it's going to be 1 over 2 sine 144 times 10 squared. Okay, oh, that looks like, oh my god. Okay, so 1 over 2 times sine 144 times 10 squared. Now we get 29.3. So now okay, now on your calculator do 40 pi minus ants. What you do, okay, you put this on and then minus a and s. It's the button beside the equal, or you can just memorize the number if you want. Okay, but you get 96.2. That's the answer. Next one. Okay, this is not that bad. Alright, okay, so now the first thing you need to know is that the volume of a cylinder, the equation is, oh sorry, hold on, is pi r squared h. Okay, now is equal to the answer or the volume. Now we don't have the radius, so it's going to be pi times x squared times h, which is 5, is equal to 125 pi. To save you some time, you for your calculator you can just cancel pi. So it's going to be x squared plus 5 times 5, sorry, equals to 125. So you get 5. That's our radius. Okay. Okay, next question. Okay, now right off the bat, I'm just gonna zoom in more. Okay, now off the bat you can see that we took this exact same cylinder and we stacked a cone on top of it. So what does this mean? This means that our the radius is exactly the same, because see, it's like, oh, I thought someone knocked. Oh, okay. Anyways, the radius is the exact same because they're like on top of each other. Okay, so now part B. Okay, you need to focus a bit. Alright, so okay, sorry, someone walked in. Anyways, so the volume of a cone is h over 3 pi r squared. Okay, okay, so now what you need to do is plus 125 pi. I can't talk right. Anyways, so it's going to be 9, height 9, so it's going to be 9 over 3, 9 over 3 pi, radius, which is 5, as we found here, 5 squared plus 125, you get 200 pi. 125 pi, don't forget the pi. Anyways, a solid similar to that has a volume of 5,000. Okay, so what you need to do is, side over side gives us a constant called k. Area over area gives us a constant k squared. And now volume over volume gives you k cubed. Okay, that's all you need to know for this. Now, oh, by the way, it's old over new. Okay, now what is our old k? Hold on. Okay, so what you need to know for this one is side over side gives us a constant called k. Area over area gives us a constant k squared, and volume over volume gives us a constant of k cubed. Okay, and it's new over old. New, old. Okay, anyways, now we're looking at this one. Okay, I'm gonna erase everything and start again. Okay, so it's going to be, what is our new volume? It's going to be 5400 pi, okay, equal to the old radius, old volume, which is this one, which is 200 pi, equals the k cubed. On your calculator, just write that as it is, 5400. You can like cancel the pi over 200 is equal to x to the power of 2. Okay, so you get that our k is equal to 3. Now, what is k exactly? K is something called a scale factor. So you're multiplying your old radius by the scale factor times 3. So you just do 5 times 3. That's it. Oh my god. Okay, surface area of a solid. Okay, this one is like a new question. I wrote that down somewhere. Wait, let me check. Okay, so the formula is going to be 2 multiplied by length times width plus length times height plus width times height. Okay, so now I'm just going to do what I advise you to do is, okay, so h is equal to 10. Length, okay, you have two different lengths, so let's just say L1 is equal to 6 and L2 is equal to 4. Okay, so now it's going to, the formula is going to be 2 times length 1 times height plus length 2 times length 1 plus length 2 times what? Sorry, plus length 2 times height. Okay, I'm going to do 2 multiplied by 10, length 1 times L, length 1 L1 times H, so it's going to be 60 plus L2 times L1, which is going to be 24, plus length 2 times height, which is going to be 40. So close the bracket. 2 times 60 plus 24 plus 40, you get 248. Okay, that's it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, now this is a new chapter, I think. Now, all you need to know about vectors for this question is vector is equal to final minus initial. Okay, so our initial, we need to find the terminal يعني finish, by the way, finish. Okay, so this is going to be our question mark. Now our vector is 0 and 4. Okay, so 0, I'm going to do the x first. Okay, so 0 is equal to final minus initial. Okay, we got them from this question. Okay, so 0 equals to x minus 2, which is going to be negative 2. That's our first terminal point. Now we need to find the second one, which is the y. You have vx equals to final x minus initial x, and you have y equals to final y minus initial y. So now we're going to do this one. Vy equals to, okay, whatever. Okay, so Vy, which is here, it's going to be 4, is equal to our final y minus the initial point, which is minus 4. Okay, on my calculator, 4 is equal to x minus 4, which is going to be 0. That's it. Vectors are pretty easy, like you just need to get the hang of it. I take that back. Anyways, now, okay, look here. I'm just gonna zoom in a lot, okay? Now, from this, you can get everything you need to know. You can get the initial and you can get the final point, which is all you need to know about this question. So, let's say I have P and you have R. It's going like this, okay? So, the arrow matters a lot. Okay, vectors are directional, which means they can be negative or positive. They are vectors, they signify direction. They are the tangent, okay? It's whatever, it's like complex, okay? Anyways, so this is our starting point. We started here, and this is our finish point. You start from this and you end at this. So P is our initial. So you do final, which is here. We're gonna do x and we're gonna do y. I'm gonna change the color actually. Hold up. Okay, x and y. Okay, so what is our final x? Final, okay, wait, let me write. Final is equal to r and initial equal to p. Okay, so p, okay, so I'm going to do final minus initial. Okay, for the x here we look for the, okay, so final p. Okay, so this is our final. Okay, so 1 minus initial. How much is the initial? 4 equal to minus 3. That is our vector for the y. See, because we're doing x and y, x, y, okay? Now to find the x, the vector, you do the same thing, just do final اللي هو 4 minus initial is 0, so it'll be 4. Okay, that's it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my god. Alright, so okay, so they gave us that v is this, so we want r is equal to 3v, so it's just going to do 3 multiplied by minus 2 and minus 1. Just gonna do, so it's going to turn into minus 6 and then minus 3. That's it for the first one. Now if r is drawn with the initial point, okay, so we have our vector, which is this is, let me change the color, hold on. Okay, so vector is equal to 6 minus 6 over minus 3. Okay, so vector is equal to final, which is question mark minus initial. What's our initials? It's going to be 2 and then 4. Okay, so now break this up into two different equations. Okay, so you're going to get minus 6 is equal to x minus 2. So okay, minus 6 is equal to x minus 2, so you get negative 4. Okay, now same thing here. Okay, so it's going to be minus 3 equals to x. Oh my god, that's so bad. Okay, so it's going to be minus 3 is equal to x minus 4, so you get positive 1. That's it. Oh no, I'm scared. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you have p, which is here. Oh, sorry, wait, hold up. Okay, so you have p, which is here, and you want to find r, and you have the vector. Okay, so now let me just write the coordinates of p. P is equal to 1, 4. Okay, so first thing we do 2 and then minus 2. This is our vector, equal to final minus initial. P r, you're going from here to here, so this is our initial and this is the final. So x y, this is our r, the terminal, minus, okay, we want to find the initial. Initial is here, so we do 1 and then 4. Now break this up into two different equations. It's going to be, to find the x, you do 2 equals x minus 1, so you get 3. Now do it for the y. Minus 2 is equal to x minus 4. You get positive 2. That's all you need to do to find r. Okay? Now, the vector RQ can be represented by the column vector. Okay, so what you want to do, let me just draw r. Okay, so r is going to be 3, 2, so it's going to be right here. Okay? So as we know, the formula is vector is equal to final minus initial. We need to find the vector x and then y equal to, break this up into different equations. So now we do final minus initial. They want RQ. Sorry, this is part B, by the way, part B. They want RQ. So what is our final? We're going from R to Q. Okay, so this is our initial and this is our final. So final, the whole Q is 4, 2. So we're going to put 4 and then 2 and then minus. Initial R, we found it to be 3, we found it to be 2. Okay, so on my calculator, 4 minus 3, which is going to be 1. You can do this mentally. I have trust issues, okay? 1 and then 2 minus 2, 0. So it's going to be 1, 0. That's it. Now, okay, for this question, all you need to do is read this sentence. Okay? X, Y, with this one, is a vector in the same direction as R cubed. So they're both positive. Okay? the magnitude of xy is equal to twice the magnitude of y cubed. So you just do 2 times and then 2 times. That's it. That's it for this one. Question 9. Oh my god, no, not this one. Oh my god. Oh my god, that is so bad. Okay. I hate my life. Okay. Let me just draw everything. Okay. So LM is 5. MN is 3. LN is 3.2. Now, what you can do in this case is you can use the cosine rule. Okay? Which is going to be side C. Okay, so what you do is cosine minus 1 inverse, which is a shift cosine on your calculator. What you're going to do, you're going to, okay, by the way, this is the angle, you're trying to find LKN, which is this one. Now, as you know, this angle is equal to this angle, so this is our opposite. So we add the ones close and then we minus the one opposite. Okay, so we're going to do 5 squared plus 3 squared minus 3.2 squared. Okay, over, you just do 2 times the adjacent ones, 50. I multiply them so I have space. So on my calculator, cosine to the power of 1, negative 1, which is 1 over cosine, 5 squared plus 3 squared minus 2.2 squared over 2 times 15. We get 37.6, which is 38. That's it. Okay, second part. The area of the shaded region. Okay. Now, all you need to know is, okay, this is the parallelogram, so we're doing height multiplied by the base. Okay, that's the area. I'm just gonna, now, you take this, not this, this. Oh, wait. Okay, so we have that mn is equal to 3. If mn is equal to 3, then this is also equal to 3. Now, we want the h, and we have this is 38. So what we use sine x, not x, sine 38 is equal to the opposite اللي هو question mark over hypotenuse. Okay, so you just bring this over here, so it's going to be 3 sine 38. 3 sine 38, and you get the height is equal to 1.85, just 1.8. Okay, so now base, which is LM, which is 5, so 5 multiplied by the height we found, which is 1.8. So just do times 5, you're going to get 9.23. Okay, but this is for the whole parallelogram including the sector angle, so you get 9.23. You need to do minus the sector. Alright, now we're talking about area, so we're going to do theta over 360 multiplied by pi r squared, because we're talking about sector angle area, sorry. So I'll replace this 38, which we found here, and in here they said that the radius is equal to 1, so I'm just going to do 9.23. Okay, so we're going to do 38 over 360 multiplied by pi times 1 squared. You're going to get a very small answer, 0.33. Now, 9.23 minus answer, you get around 8.9. Round it to the nearest integer and you get 9. Okay? Now, perimeter is all about adding sides. Okay? So now, we want to find the area of the full parallelogram and then subtract. Okay, so now we need to add everything. Perimeter is all about adding sides. Okay, so what you're going to do is just 5, oh my god, 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 3. What do you get? 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus, I think it's like 16. Yeah, it's 16. 16 minus theta, this is the formula I'm going to use, 2 pi r. Now, how much is our theta? It's going to be 38 over 360 times 2 pi. Oh, what is this? Times 2 pi. pi r is 1, so I'm just not gonna write it. So it's going to be on my calculator 16 minus, put the bracket, it's very necessary, 38 over 360 multiplied by 2 pi. You get 15.3. Round it, you get 15. That's it for 10. I mean 9. This is, oh my gosh. Okay. A lab technician has 2 pints of diluted acid that he will disperse in identical cylindrical test tubes, each having a radius of 1 inch and a height of 4. Okay, whatever. Technical filled each with okay. 1 2 pint is okay. خلاص, whatever. Okay, so the first thing you need to do, you need to multiply by 2. Because why? Because we're having 2 pints, so you need to multiply this by 2. So it's going to be 280. What? 28.875 times 2. You get 57.75. Now, that is the full thing, okay? So now, we're talking about filling with acid. So what does acid? Acid is a liquid. What is liquid associated with? It's volume. So now, to find the volume in the cylinder, you need to find the cylinder volume, the equation, which is pi r squared each. R is 1, so it's just going to be 1 squared, which is 1, times h, which is 4. So it's going to be 4 pi. Okay, so now, that's only one volume. Wait, 4 pi is equal to, okay, now, we multiply this one, multiply by 85%. Okay, you get 10.6. I'll put it 10.7. Okay, so 10.7, and that's for only one volume. He has 2 pints of acid, and the total volume he's using is 57.5. So you divide the total, which is 57.75, over the capacity he's using. What do you get? You get wait, what? 57. Okay, so you get 5.39. Okay, so now this is how much you can fill with 85%. Now, you cannot round it. Even if it was 5.9, you can't round it. Why? Because we're seeing how many complete test tubes he can use to the 85% extent. In reality, you can't fill 5.5 fully prepared, so it's 5. By the way, I said this last video is gonna come, maybe. They might get a question about fertilizer, football field, whatever. The answer is 1. I forgot, just memorize. 1 is the answer, okay? Just be quiet, please. Okay, that's it. Next question. Let's see. Alright, so this one. Alright, so this question, you may need to focus a bit, but it's not that bad. It's tolerable. Alright, so now we want to find OM. Alright, OM. Vector OM. Now, how do we get it? Now, one way, you know how I like to think about it? Okay, so I want to take this way. Okay? Now, OA plus AM. Now, here we have the same thing, so we cancel them. So it's going to be OM. Alright? So that's how I like to think of that. Okay? So, what we're doing is OA in this direction is equal to this. Okay? So, in the question, they said that OA is equal to positive A and OB is equal to positive B. So now, what direction is OA going? Is it going like this? Against or with? It's going with. So it's going to be positive A. Okay? Now, it needs to do plus. Now, what is, by the way, in the question they said AB is the full thing and AM is half of it, okay? That's 1 over 2, and here is also 1 over 2. The full thing is 1. Okay, so now, let me just fix that, okay? So now, we want AM. Now, how do we get AM? They did not give us, let's say a number. So now, there is another way to get AM. Now, we want AM, okay? Now, to find AM, you need to find the total of AB, and you need to divide it by 2. Just follow my lead, okay? So, basically, need to find AB first. How much is AB? They did not give us a definite value of AB, so we need to find it ourselves. So let me choose a color. Okay, now AB. How do you find AB? It's going to be AO plus OB. So it's going to be AO plus OB. How do I know this is correct? I can take these and just cancel, so I get AB. Okay, so now, okay, let me choose a different color. This one, okay. AO. We have OA but not AO. So now what do? Minus A. You know why? Because when we're talking about vectors, they have to be in a certain direction to be positive. So you need to think about the actual sign, Plus OB. How much is OB plus B? Now, this is for AB. We want to find, what's it called? AM. So we divide this, multiply by 1 over 2. We divide it by 2. Okay? Now, we need to copy this and put it over here. Let me just, actually, I'll put it over here. Let me choose this color, okay? This is going to be positive A plus, I'll distribute, minus A over 2 plus B, okay? Over 2, okay? Now, what you can do, you just add, okay? So, okay, now, okay, so 1 plus minus 1 over 2. We want to find the coefficient, so we just remove them. So it's going to be 1 plus minus 1 over 2. The answer is going to be positive 1 over 2. And then we just leave the B as it is. It's going to be A plus B over 2. In a different form, you can express this as 1 over 2 multiplied by A plus B. Plus, oh, that's bad. 1 over 2, A plus B. Okay? Now that's how you find. Oh, we found AM, by the way, in the first part. And we found AB. And we found, okay, we found everything. Let me just recap real quick, though. Alright. Now, how do we find AB? AB just is going to be this, okay, and plus this. So it's going to be AO. Here we have OA, so it's going to be minus A. Now, OB is also going to be plus B. Or you can just write B minus A. Directions are very important, like very, very important, okay? So that's it for this one. 12. Oh my gosh. Okay, magnitude is very easy. So first thing you need to do, okay, you need to find the vector. So it's going to be P, we're going to Q. So what's our initial? Our initial is P and our final is Q. So we do Q, we're going to do X, Y, divide them into 2, okay? So what's our final? Our final in the X here is going to be 4, minus 0, which is 0. Then our final Y, which is 1, and then minus 4. So 4 minus 0 is going to be 4, and then 1 minus 4, minus 3. Now, how do we find magnitude? It's just square root A. Actually, I'm going to use X and Y. X squared plus B squared. Okay? Put the brackets if you want. It doesn't matter. Put the squared here, by the way. So it's going to be 4 squared plus minus 3 squared. You're going to get 5. Magnitude is always positive because it's a scalar direction. It's a scalar magnitude, scalar quantity. It has no direction. Okay, surface area of a sphere. Okay, we want to find the surface area. Surface area is 4 pi r squared, and the volume is going to be 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So we want to find r. I think it's 11. I remember from last week. Wait, no. Oh my calculator is lagging. Okay, so I'm going to do this and make it equal to 5324 over 3 pi. Okay, so 5324 over pi is equal to 4 over 3 times pi times r squared, r cubed, sorry, times pi. Okay, we got that the radius is going to equate to 11. Let me just wait for my calculator to load. Come on, bro. Okay, it's gonna be 11, I know. Okay? You're cooked if your calculator doesn't work. Okay, so we find the 11. So we replace that here. This is going to be 4 pi times 11 squared. So we're going to get 484 pi. Now, in the example, your calculator might not do this equation, this one. 5324 over 3 pi equals to 4 over 3 pi r cubed. Now, what do? We simplify as much as we can. I'm going to solve it by hand so you don't forget. So we can cancel pi and we can cancel 3. So it's going to be 5, 3, 2, 4 is equal to 4 r cubed. So we divide it by 4. Cancel. 5, 3, 2, 4 divide by 4. 1, 3, 3, 1. Okay? It's 3. Sorry, my bad, guys. It's 3. Because I confused it with this. It's pi r cubed, okay? Anyways. Oh my god. Surface area. Okay, this is easy. Just do area wali 10 pi is equal to k. Okay. Area يعني pi r squared. Our circumference is equal to 2 pi r. 2 pi. What? 2 pi r. Okay. So it's going to be 10 is equal to 2 times. Okay, so it's going to be that our radius is 5. Square it and you get 25 because circumference equations. Please be a good one. Please be a good question. Oh yes, let's go. Just we did this question. Yeah. 2 questions left, guys. We can do this. Oh my god. Okay. You know what? I have a smart way of solving this. Okay? Just give me a second to prove it to myself. Alright, I proved it to myself. Let's do it. Okay, so now we want to find the area of the shaded region. Oh my god, that was embarrassing. Shaded region. Okay, so now we need to find the total minus like the unshaded. So what's the total? It's going to be pi r squared, which is going to be r is 12, so it's going to be 144 pi minus the unshaded. Now we have the angle, which is going to be 90 over 360 times, actually I'm going to put them in bracket, times pi 144, which is r squared. 144 pi, oh my god, pi minus 90 over 360 times 144 pi. We're going to get 108 pi, which is correct. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is easy. Now, first of all, what you need to do when you have this type of question, don't panic. It's not that bad. Now, what you need to do, plus 12 squared. Alright, so now the first thing you need to do is you find the magnitude. اللي هو 5 squared plus 12 squared. You get 13. That's your magnitude. You dissolve. Oh my god. So x turns into x over magnitude. This is how you solve unit vector. You only use it when you have unit vector. And you need to find the value of y, you do y over magnitude. Okay, so what's your x? Your x is 5. So 5 over 13. And your y is 12. So it's going to be 12 over 13. Okay, that's it. That's it, huh? Yeah, that's it. Good luck, guys. You're whimsical. You're gonna do good. You better. I'm joking. Bye.